Yung sinasabi nila na kontrobersya, tagong yaman daw ni Inday Sara Duterte. Tingnan mo pag tinignan nyo po, talagang nakakalula yung numero. Magkano ba? 3.9 billion, no? 3 billion 920 million 955,311. Ito ay labas-pasok daw na pera, no? Nakakaluko, nakakadaya yung numero na yan. Pag ang tao ay hindi naghimay-himay, baka nga mapaniwala pa ng mga animal ng House of Representatives. 3.9 billion. Deposit, withdraw. Ibig sabihin, transaction, yung withdrawal at deposits ng naturang account, pinagsama, lumalabas 3.9 billion. Siyempre, i-withdraw ko yan. Pag withdraw ko, i-deposit ko. Anak ng kamuti, umuutal tayo, kahit record Nga mo 3.9 billion. Nakakalula, yung salin ni Vice President Inday Sara ay 88 million. Yun yung pinagbabasihan nila na ill-gotten wealth daw. Pero tandaan nyo, yung taon na ito ay nagsimula 2005. Pero kailan ba nagiging Vice President si Vice President Inday Sara? Anak ng kamote, 2022. Ang nirereklamo ninyo, impeachment labang kay Inday Sara nung pagiging vice presidente niya. Hindi yung pagiging mayor, vice mayor 2005. Ito ay pandaraya, panluloko sa mga Pilipino na hindi po pwedeng palampasin natin. Kaya ito yung dapat na numero na makikita natin. Hindi yung 3.9 billion. Yan lang dapat. Yung headlines nila, 3.992 billion from 2005 to 2026. Pero, ang pinag-uusapan natin, 2022 to 2026 na transaction, na pagka-vice presidente ni Vice President Inday Sara, alam mo ba kung magkano? Magkano lang? 63.8 million. Hindi. Kano to? 3.92 billion. Kaso nga lang, siyempre, yung mga media bayaran. Kaya yun yung pinapakalat nila. Pero 63.8 million lang dapat ang pag-uusapan since 2022 to 2026. Dahil, dyan lang naman nagiging vice presidente si Inday Sara. Yung pagiging mayor ba, impeachable? Isang kasinungalingan po yan. Basahin po natin yung post ni Kong Ungab. Sabi ni Kong Ungab dito, "Don't be fooled by the AMLAC report numbers game." Ang layo, The House Committee on Justice wants the public to hear one thing, AMLAC, suspicious billions, Sara Duterte. That is the script. Yan yung script nila. But once you read the numbers carefully, the script starts to collapse. The table being circulated shows a grand total of 3.92 billion from 2005 to 2026. Sounds huge, right? Ayon kay Kong Ungab. But the figure covers more than 2 decades, including years when Sara Duterte was not yet Vice President. Isang kalukuhan nga For impeachment, the relevant period should begin when she became Vice President. Yun naman talaga ang dapat. Under the Constitution, the term of the Vice President begins at noon on June 30 after the election, even if the oath-taking ceremony happened earlier. June 30, 2022. Pero ito 2005, putang na, fishing expedition nga So what happened? If we look only to the period from 2022 to 2026. The matters because, 2026, the total is not 3.92 billion pesos. It is around 63.8 million pesos. Nak ng kamuti kayo, mga hinayupak kayo. Iloko ninyo ang taong bayan. That matters because the House narrative is built around alleged misuse of confidential funds, including Commission on Audit Disallowances totaling about 448 million pesos if sustained. So teka lang. If sustained, okay. So the question is simple. How does 63.8 million is reported transaction prove personal benefit from 448 million in disallowed confidential funds? Ang sagot, It does not. An AMLAC report is not conviction. It is not proof of plunder. It is not proof of malversation. It is not proof that public funds entered a personal account. Alright, Trillanes. Tuloy. Under AMLAC rules, a suspicious transaction may be reported based on red flags such as unusual activity, lack of apparent economic purpose, deviation from a client's profile, or possible relation to unlawful activity. Yung mga panahon na yan, kung may mga transaction na kahina-hinala, bakit po ito hindi tiningnan ng AMLAC? Bakit hindi ito sinampa ng kaso sa Inday Sara? Nung mga panahon ng mga deposits na yan. Kasi nga, walang paglabag, walang kaso, at mukhang kasinungalingan pa itong inilabas ng AMLAC. Tuloy. Tuloy, that means it is an investigative lead, not automatic proof of guilt. Tama. In fact, the same AMLAC rules protect good faith reporting whether or not it results in criminal prosecution. If there is a real evidence of money laundering, the law provide the proper route. The AMLAC may cause the filing of complaints with the DOJ or the Ombudsman for prosecution of money laundering offenses. Wala ngang kaso. Wala ngang paglabag. Tuloy. Until that happens, the House cannot treat reported transaction as equal to stolen money. The missing link is tracing. Where is the proof that confidential funds were released, diverted, received by VP Sara, deposited into personal account, and dugtong. Teka lang. Oh. And prosecution. If there is a real evidence of money laundering, ito na pala nabasa ko. O, teka lang ha. Duling ako. Ang haba kasi sinabi ni Kung Ungab. So let us the real question. Sabi ni Kung Ungab. Are they proving corruption or they simply weaponizing suspicion? Because suspicion is not proof. And a spreadsheet is not conviction. Kasi nga, ang mga animal na to, ang point lang nila dito ay demolition job. Puro lang, alam mo, paninira lang kay Inday Sara.
Madam Chair, sa AMLAC, can you just walk us through the process of arriving at the covered transaction report? Paano ba yung proseso? How do we come up with yung covered transactions?
Para po sa bangko, ang covered transaction po ay pag nag-transact po ng mahigit 500,000 sa isang araw, nire-report na po yun naman.
So basta 500,000 or more yung transaction, automatic i-report sa AMLAC yan.
Tama po.
So does it mean that it's a suspicious transaction? Basta ni-report sa inyo?
Hindi
Not
po.
necessarily.
Iba po yung suspicious transaction.
Okay. Then how do we arrive at yung total amount? Kasi nakakalula yung amount. Pagkatitigan mo, 3 billion, di ba? So, ibig ba sabihin yan, how do we compute itong transaction na ito? Kunyari ako, may nag-deposit sa akin na 501,000. That's considered one transaction.
Tama po.
Now, binalik ko sa nag-deposit sa akin. That's another transaction.
Tama po. Outflow naman.
So, outflow naman yon. So, magto-total ngayon yon na 1 million. Kasi may pumasok sa akin 500, may lumabas na 500. Tama ba? Mali?
Tama po.
So, ganun yon. So, basta labas-pasok, nag-a-add to. So, it doesn't mean na pagka sinabi natin may 3.9, billion, does it mean na merong 3.9 billion sa loob ng account?
Tama.
Hindi ko po, kung base lang po sa records, hindi ko pa po masabi.
Hindi.
Gago. Ulul. Kasimple lang katanungan na buaya. Ang tanga ng baboy na to. AMLAC. Siyempre, hindi yan ang laman ng bank accounts mo kasi yan lang man ang labas-pasok. Winidraw, dineposit, winidraw ko. So, hindi yan ang ibig sabihin na yan ang laman ng account mo. Pati deposit, pati withdraw, tinutal mo. Yun lang yung labas-pasok. Pero hindi yan yung talagang pira mo dyan sa bangko. Di ba? Oink, oink. Ano na mga siraulo itong nasa gobyerno talaga, no?
Pero ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, based dito sa nireport kasi amount involved, 3,772 million. Ang tinatanong ko itong 3,772 million, this is a total amount ng
Withdrawal.
lumabas, pumasok, ganun.
Tama
Correct.
po,
Kaya yung
transactions
sinabi
po
mo,
siya. Total po ng transaction.
Baka nag-deposit sa akin 500, lumabas 500, kinekwenta yun. So every time naglalabas-pasok, nagdadagdag yun.
Yung sa theoretical lang po, pero for this case po, hindi ko po masabi yun.
Ay, hindi mo masabi. Pero maaaring gano'n.
Tangina mo, baboy ka, no? Tama yan, si Bong Suntay, no? Hindi ko kasi po pwede i-assume nyo na yung labas-pasok na transaction, yun yung pera na nandyan sa bangko. What for example ako, mag-deposit ako ng kalahating milyon. Kasi gusto ko lang magparami ng transaction dyan sa bangko ko. Pag deposit ko, i-withdraw ko rin. Tapos i-deposit ko uli. Di naka 1.5 na ako. Pero magkano po yung pera na hawak ko? Kalahating milyon lang. So nakailang beses ka mag-transact? 3 beses. So 1.5 million yung pumasok doon. Pero kalahating milyon lang talaga yung pera ko. Di ba, oink? Hindi ibig sabihin na yung labas-pasok, ayan yung pera mo. Tangin ng baboy na to. Oh. Sagutin mo ng tama ang taong bayan. Huwag mong ilihis. Huwag mong lukuhin. Linawin mo. Hindi pwedeng lukuhin yung Pilipino.
Ganon.
Theoretically, posible po yun sinasabi.
Oo.
Oh, di ba?
Now, I would also like to point out, kasi napansin ko, we started 2005, di ba?
Mhm.
Yung report na binigay nyo, 2005 to 2025.
Mm.
Apo.
Oh, I just also like to put it on record that an impeachable officer can only be impeached for actions involving her term, during her term as an impeachable officer.
officer.
So, sobra tayo ng 14 years. But
14 years.
regardless, I just want to point it out. Ang dapat na pagtunan natin ng pansin actually from 2019 to present. 2022. To present, di ba?
Mhm.
Kasi doon lang nagsimula eh. Now, babalikan ko, nung 2022,
Stop na tayo doon. At least maliwanag po, no? Na itong ginagawa ng AMLAC ay kalukuhan po ito. Panluloko sa Pilipino. Ang linaw-linaw ng katanungan eh. Yung labas-pasok ba na pera, i-considered mo na yan na yung laman? Hindi. Ang makukonsidered mo, yung remaining balance. Yung outstanding balance ng account mo. Pero yung labas-pasok, hindi ang considered na pira ng isang depositor na on hand or balance. Nililito lang tayo. Kasi bakit? Utangin na itong buhayang ito, itong hinayupak na Buenaventura, Executive Director ng AMLAC, alam niyo po ba, appointed po yan ni Bongbong Marcos. Kailan po na na-appoint yan? April 14. April 14 ha? Ngayong taon lang, anak ng kamote. 2026. Ang purpose lamang niya dyan ay manira kay Vice President Inday Sara at ilihis ang katotohanan. Putya. O tingnan mo kagaya ho nito. Ito AMLAC. Sinilip ba ho ninyo ito? Yung bilyon-bilyong pera na deposito ninakaw sa Kabadang Bayan, wala kayong report dyan. Pati yung mali-malita. Pero si Vice President Inday Sara, pinaghirapan yung pera niya, mula nung pumasok siya sa politiko, nagserbisyo ng maayos, sinilip yung hinayupak na kayo. Di ba sinabi na po noon ng AMLAC na walang katotohanan yung sinabi ni Trillanes? I-reply natin ito. Utangin na tinanong pa nga, si Kung Ako pa ngayon nagtanong dyan. Hinggan natin.
AMLAC in the last hearing conducted 13 November 2024 of the Quad Committee, you were required to authenticate documents submitted by former Senator Trillanes purported to show money trails linked to drug proceeds.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Have you submitted such to the committee?
Mr. Chair, in 2016, the Anti-Money Laundering Council issued a public statement which denies that we are the source of the documents or information shown by Senator Trillanes in 2016. And in September 2017, Mr. Chair, the AMLC also issued another public statement denying that we are the source of the documents and information attached by Senator Trillanes in the complaint he filed before the Ombudsman. And in the same public statement, the AMLC denied that we furnished the Office of the Ombudsman such documents in relation to the complaint by Senator Trillanes, Mr. Chair.
In other words, AMLAC denied that the documents presented by the former Senator Trillanes did not originate from your office.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Aray ko, di ba? 2024, buhay pa man dyan si Akop. Sinabi na ng AMLAC na hindi galing sa amin yan. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga record ni Trillanes, puro mga pike. Ang problema, nagkaroon ng espiritu ngayon dahil yung AMLAC ay appointed ni Bongbong Marcos.